there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rebecca. I am the Bexa boss lady, and today we are going to talk about organization. I know it's January, it's 2021. You have all sorts of, crap to put away for Christmas, and I am going to help you get some of your life organized. Now, one of the things that drives me crazy about other organizer people, professional organizers, is they buy all of this fancy stuff. They pay all this money for these bins and label it. Everything looks just so perfect. The reality is 99% of people don't live like that. My husband will never follow that. Like, there is absolutely no way my husband will put all of the things back in their proper places, wipe out everything when he uses it, make sure everything goes back into the refrigerator in the correct spot. So why am I going to spend my time making everything picture perfect when in reality, that's just not how it is? So what I've done is segment these videos. This first video is going to show you how I store my reselling inventory. So if that's something that you're interested in, follow along with me on this video. I'm going to have other videos on how I've organized some other various things in my house very affordably, using mostly things that we already have in our home or things from the dollar store or Target that are very affordable. I don't need matching bins. I don't need matching labels on everything. I just want to know where the stuff is in my house. I don't need my cans of soda evenly organized everywhere. I just want to know where the pop is, so I can have one and drink it. That's it. Well, anyway, before I get to it, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe if you like my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And also come follow me on Instagram, Bexa Boss Lady. I would love to see you over there as well. Without further ado, let's get organizing. Oops, one more thing. I am just now learning how to edit my videos, so please bear with me if they're not perfectly polished or they don't look like a movie producer made them. I'm doing the best I can. Hopefully they still work and they still give you an idea of how I organize my crap. Welcome to my inventory room. As you can see, I have things just thrown about the room, piled on top of each other. It's not really as organized as I would prefer it to be, and I need to just get it together. So hopefully this journey today will help you get your inventory organized and give you some ideas for how to make it easy to run your reselling business out of your home. All right, let's jump right into this. The first thing that we needed to do is pull out all of the things from this closet. And as you can see, I found some fall decoration items in there that I need to put back into the container in the closet. Once all of this stuff is out, we will be able to obviously start putting it back. One of the great things about having a helper is that as I'm pulling stuff out, he can move it out into the garage area. Well, we don't have a garage, it's a mud room, but he can take all that crap out there, and that way I can spend time on organizing and purging things instead of trying to make sure I do everything all at once. So it is much easier if you have someone helping you. This is where all of the hours and hours I spent as a child playing Tetris comes in handy. I'm very good at figuring out the sizes and shapes of items and being able to maximize any kind of storage, room, closet, car, anything to get the maximum amount of stuff in the smallest amount of space. So here you can see he and I are arguing over where to put the boxes. And I'm trying to show him that if you move them around and just do a little finagling, you're able to fit way more up into that space than if you just shove them all the same way. Hanging the boots this way really has given me a lot of space as well, and it protects the boots. So by hanging them in the closet, it's been good to be able to find them easily, and they are protected. The problem with storing your art with your other stuff is sometimes it doesn't really fit the mold, so I had to find somewhere else to put that guy. Hey guys, so I wanted to give you just a little bit of an idea on how I store my inventory. If you've been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I've moved several times, so you can get an idea of how I stored my inventory in a very small space and now how I'm storing it in a much larger space.
So this room here, I don't know, it's probably like a 10 by 12 bedroom. It's got a window and a closet, and I think that our landlords were using it as an office. It used to be the garage to this house, but the previous owners had renovated it, so this is actually like a bonus room. One of the things I see a lot of resellers doing is listing their inventory in numbered and labeled bins, so like A20 or A21, and I have just personally never done it that way. You don't have to do it that way. I personally use the type of clothing it is in the bin. For right now, because my inventory is kind of low, you know, I have shorts and skirts, I have small items and kids, pants and jeans, tops, dresses, and women's sweaters and jackets. And then on the bottom are shoes, and over here I'll show you in a second. You can really use anything. You can use a Post-it, you can use, these are half-page shipping labels that I just cut up into pieces since I don't use them anymore. I have a Dymo label, but I just cut them up and stick what is on the bin in there. I don't want to have to constantly be trying to figure out what bin is in where and how to track that. And I just don't want to deal with that. So for me, being able to have all the women's tops in one category, in one box, all the women's pants in one, and then as you grow, you can expand. So you can have women's jeans in a bin, women's pants in a bin, women's athletic wear in a bin, and you can divide them up this way. This is the system that has worked the best, and I have done it like this for many, many years. I've done it when I had 1,000 listings, and I've done it now when I have 500 listings. You can definitely scale it this way. And you know, you just pick whatever size shelving unit and whatever size bins you want to use. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you some other things. As you can see here, I have the different bins on the shelves and they're labeled. And then, you know, back here I have my Christmas tree and some random stuff from our old house. And then I need a label on that bin that I just put there. So women's flats, and then on the bottom there are sneakers. I have my art supplies here for boards. They're just organized. This obviously is a tower of boxes, just random boxes that I have. This is how I store my kind of taller boots. And if they're tall like this, they go on the top shelf. And if they are smaller and they can fit in these bags, then they go in these other shelves. And I just find that this way it protects them a little bit more. For boots, I like to keep them hanging. So they hang on these little guys in my closet. I just got those on Amazon. Any organization stuff I have in this video, I'll make sure I link in the description below. These are shoes for sale. This is all like nicer clothing or stuff I didn't put into bags. So coats and things like that, just stuff that's bigger or it's more delicate, like things with sequins. I make sure to put those separate. And then I just recently added my Christmas decorations into this closet. I just need to totally maximize this space. And then here is where I'm going to have my art storage from now on. So this is going to be my drying shelf for my resin and where I have projects that are for sale. And then this is just some art bins that I have from wreaths and silk flowers and miscellaneous things that I'm going to put here. And that way I can build that all the way up to the wall, up to the ceiling, because I am not using it that much. But you can see that now that I've organized this space and I have condensed it down, I am able to add even more stuff into here.
This is how I transport my inventory from my reselling room, where I take the photos and I roll it in this little laundry cart, and then I separate them out into the bins once I get into the room. This way everything's together. I can just easily pop it into the bins. Once everything is put into the corresponding bin, then I make sure that I roll that thing back out there so I have it. But what I'm doing right now is I'm going through and I'm making sure, see how they're standing up? I like them all to be standing up. I can easily sort through it that way. When I'm looking for a particular shirt or a pair of pants or that skirt, I know exactly the order that they're in. And I usually, because I look at them a lot, know exactly where it is before I even go down to get it. When I had someone working for me pulling inventory and doing shipping, I really had to make sure everything was organized in the right bin. I put labels on the plastic bags so she knew exactly what to pull and what was in each bag. But now that it's just me, I've let it get a little too lax for my preference. I'm also have a lot of boxes just sitting around that I know what's in them, but I haven't taken it out yet, like these art panels. And so part of the project was opening up all these boxes, seeing what's in there, putting them in their homes and prospective places. This way I am organized, I know where to find things. And here I am getting a little too excited that there's a ton of bubble wrap in there that I'll be able to reuse for shipping purposes. And here's me discussing how amazing this box cutter thing is that I got on Amazon. It has this really nice rubber grip to it, so you can really get in there and get those boxes open and crank out some box deconstruction in a very fast manner. Finally, I am going to put all of the art that I have strewn throughout our downstairs onto the shelves to make sure that, again, everything is where it needs to be. The art is safe, it's not going to get damaged, it's on a flat surface. Storing my art with my other inventory, I've been very careless and I broke a few things, so trying to make sure that those are all kept separately and safe are my number one priority during this reorganization process. Well, here's part of the final result. It feels so good to be organized, and now I know all of my stuff is safe and I can find it easily when it sells. Stay tuned for part 2 of my organization progress.